Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. If you don't know me or are from TikTok, I'm Jessie, also known as Jess in the Woods. I'm an ESSA/comfort dog creator and handler here originally on TikTok. However, since the alleged ban on the platform on January 16th in the US, I thought I'd finally make an official YouTube account and start posting on here too. If you are new here or are from TikTok, I've decided to move platforms to YouTube and Instagram to try and post some longer form content because I've realized in my short form content I end up cutting a lot out just to make it less than a minute. So I wanted to see an experiment with some different forms of content. I'm most likely going to do an official introduction here soon, but for now, I hope you stick around. So anyways, to those who are from TikTok and you are unaware, I am in a completely new background. I came down to Texas to my childhood home to originally visit my family for the holidays. However, due to a family emergency, I ended up coming down here early to help out instead. But since I'm here, I might as well do something fun with my dogs. I've seen a few people on TikTok do this trend, and since Christmas isn't a few days away, I thought I might go out and get some presents for my dog. I'll link the TikTok accounts of the original ideas in the description so you can go and check them out, but then it got me thinking. I've been wanting a new dog for quite a while now, and since I live right down the street from a Bass Pro Shop, I thought maybe I'd get an early Christmas present for myself. Maybe. We'll still have to see. So it's about 8:30 here, so it's still pretty early, but there's already a few places already open. We're gonna go down to the strip mall down the road, get some presents for the dogs, and then probably some gifts for my sisters and my partner as well. So let's get the dogs all geared up and we'll head out. I decided I'm gonna bring all three of the dogs I brought with me, Kobu, Loon, and Laika. Since I'm only visiting my family, I couldn't bring all of my dogs with me, so I just decided on these three. Kobu is already a fully trained ESSA, but isn't as hands-on with training since he's so small, so he typically gets a free pass and gets to hang out in my bag. Loon is still a puppy in training, so this outing will definitely give us the opportunity to train in public more since he is still very shy, but feels most confident when he's working. Laika, on the other hand, has never been on an outing. We do a lot of training at home, and he's used to basic commands such as sit, down, stay, and loose leash. He's not super confident with heel and gets distracted easily since he's still so young, so those are things that I want to work on today. Anyways, our first stop was the first strip mall. I decided to start with Laika to get his foot in the door on what a typical public training session will look like. I do a little bit of it in the parking lot, which includes tackling the tasks he already knows to get him focused and ready to work. The first stop was Five Below. I actually live near two, but prefer this one since there's usually a better selection, including dog items. I had Laika in purse mode in the beginning so that I could have an extra hand to carry everything. You know, I've always thought about giving the dogs a bed, but I just don't have any space in my apartment. This is so cute for winter. This would be a good snuffle mat too. But not today, maybe. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna get this, but it's pet paintage. That's funny. I've always also thought about getting them boots, but I just feel like they just look so weird. Should also get some stuff for my sisters that I know they'd like. Usually while I'm here, I always get these Stitch figurines because I collect them, but they don't have any more, but they have Christmas ones, so I might get them. Get them snacks, but I already bought stuff from my hometown, so they really don't need any more. This is actually the first time I've ever trained my dogs in public like this. I have a lot of anxiety involving public spaces and interacting with others, so not only was I proud of him, but very proud of myself too. Anyways, we walked across the street to the dollar store, and since all the Christmas stuff was out, I might as well look. And while I was in here, I was reminded exactly what video I was doing, so I made sure to grab some gift bags while I was at it. Thankfully, Laika had already started getting the hand on downstay, which made things like shopping very convenient. After that, we headed further into town to another strip mall. This time, we had to make a lot more stops here. I decided to give Laika a break with some treats in the car and started training with Loon. Usually, Loon is very eager to work, but can be pretty cautious with new places. I always start off my younger dogs slowly and tackle the tasks we already know so that they can get focused. By the time we finished the session, he was more than ready to go. First, we headed into Homegoods. I get a lot of questions on where I get my gear, and I always tell people stores like Homegoods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, or even Ross have a very decent pet section. I did find the harnesses I was looking for. I like this brand, but now I just gotta find the right size. This fleece-lined one is so cute. Okay. After Homegoods, we walked into Daiso. They pretty much have everything from dishware, hygiene products, snacks, stationery supplies, and plushies. I want one. Look at the dino. Oh my gosh, I cannot. Daiso doesn't have a really big pet section, but they did have these adorable socks.
They're not actual socks though, they're chair socks, so they might be too thin.
And then I forgot to film everything else because my mom called me.
Originally ran to TJ Maxx because I want to find some clothes for my partner, but I didn't realize they had a pretty good dog section.
I forgot to mention, but while we were in Homegoods, there was a woman with her child, and her child just goes, "Oh my gosh, Mom, can I pet that dog?" And I thought there was a woman in the store with a dog, so I turned around. The child was pointing at me, and then her mom had to tell her it's not a real dog. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a Five Below here, but there really isn't much of a selection and it is very small. Okay, I think we got everything that we came here for, and I'll make sure to show you guys the haul of everything that I got. Now, I think there's one more stop we have to make. It is a lot more busy than I thought. I decided to bring Leica since Luna's already been in here, and I was very, very proud of how well behaved it was. Fun fact, my very first TikTok I ever made on my account was going to Bass Pro Shop for the first time to get my dogs Luna and Misha. I was immediately hit a wave of nostalgia the moment we walked through the doors. He also likes Bass Pro Shop hats, and he's a collector, so I have to get him one. Imagine I got him this one. You know what, I'm not even gonna joke about it. I'm just gonna do it. He likes pink, so I guess it'll work. I also got one for my dad. Feels like just yesterday I was bringing Luna and his sister home from here. Pretty sure I said in my first ever video that I would stay here forever. I found them. Leica was probably way more excited to see everything than I was. He was very interested in the rest of the dogs there. And even though I was eager to meet them too, I had to make him wait to get into a heel before releasing him. Patience in a new puppy is so important to their growth, so I always try to teach manners at a young age.
Found the pointer. Oh my gosh.
I've always thought about getting a GSP, but I see so many people having them.
I just don't know. Alright, I'm gonna stand here for like 5 more minutes and then I'll show you who I got when we get back in the car.
Package is here. I will say though, right after we got out into the car, Loon immediately was interested in the bag. Pretty sure he recognized the smell because he is from there. Anyways, we're gonna go home, I'm gonna show you the haul, and we'll see who we got. Alright, we finally made it home, and I will say, as soon as we did, Loon immediately got into the chair and was super interested in that bag. I think he either recognizes the smell or he knows there's another dog in here. Also, I kind of lied to you guys, there was a Petco by the strip mall, but 2 things. 1, I forgot to film while I was in there, and 2, I don't normally like shopping at Petco because I don't really agree with their policies. If you don't know, they support unethical breeding, but it's one of the only places to get good, high-quality products for animals, so I kicked myself in the foot with this one. Anyways, we've waited long enough. Let's see everything we got. I'm going to show you the dog that I got first, and then I'll probably show you everything else that I got for my sisters and whatnot, and then I will show you the haul. Introducing the Douglas Sasha Husky. She's a little bit disheveled right now, but don't worry, we'll get her brushed out eventually. They are 16 inches just like most of my other dogs, and I obviously got them from Bass Pro Shop for about $20. I'll say, I've heard a lot of people say that they don't like the fur on this model, but honestly, I don't mind it. It's all super soft. It looks like it's going to be coarse in the gray fur, but it actually is quite the opposite. Their tail is a little bit messed up, but don't worry, we'll be able to brush that out. Although Loon was very interested in this new pup, he's probably the shyest dog of my pack. And really the only one he plays with is his sister Misha. Leica, on the other hand, acted as if he already knew this dog. Super excited, enticing them to play, and running all around the room like all crazy. It was actually the first time I've seen Leica play before since I've got him. So it was really nice seeing how this dog allowed him to get out of his shell. So I ended up putting the dogs in a little place where they can play, but I'm still able to keep an eye on them. I'm usually very confident when introducing dogs to each other, and since most of these guys are roughly the same age, I have no doubts that they'll get along.
but it's still always nice to keep an eye on them. For the items that I didn't get for the dogs, because I'm sure that really none of y'all want to see this, but I will wait till the end to show y'all everything I got for my dogs for Christmas. We'll start with Bass Pro Shop since I've already opened this bag already. So where me and my partner live, there is no Bass Pro Shop. The only one that we've ever been to, or I've ever been to, is the one down the street. So I got him a shirt, and then I also got 2 hats. This one's gonna be from my dad because he also likes wearing hats, and then I got this one from my partner. He loves pink and all things glittery, believe it or not, so don't worry, that's not the only thing that I got him. I have a bunch of other stuff for him as well. Next is the stuff from my animals. Usually I try to give gifts to both of my IRL dogs and cats because I haven't most years. First we got these pig ears. I tried to find ones that weren't smoked or cooked because they can be super dangerous for dogs. If you don't know, you never want to give dogs cooked bones or anything like that, or anything smoked, because they can splinter and get caught in their intestinal tract and be super damaging. These were the ones that I found that were closest resembling to not being cooked, so, but obviously when I take them out of the packaging, I'll be able to tell much better. Then I got this. This is supposed to be able to put fillers or kibble or whatever you want to put into here and just be a little bit of an enrichment toy. None of my dogs are interested in toys, so I'm hoping if I stuff this one with food, they'll be way more interested in it. Then I got this. This stuff is awesome. Not just this stuff in general, but all of their other products that they make are really nice. All you gotta do is just put like 2 tablespoons into like a cup of water and then hydrate their food with essentially what is bone broth. I love the broth that they have in stock, but I just ended up getting this one because it's way bigger and it's gonna last us a longer time. I didn't forget about my cats too. I got them this toy that you're able to put catnip in. It has a bunch of balls that is able to like just spin around in there. Lastly, I got some stuff for my sisters. This is not everything that I'm getting them, by the way. I have a few other things in the mail. These mini ramens that they love. This juice that I can only find in where I live. These adorable bug erasers. I think both of my sisters are gonna love these. I wish I got some for myself. These are so cute. And then I don't know why we're obsessed with doing these. They don't taste good at all, but they're just fun to make. So I ended up getting one for each of them. Oh, and last but not least, I got one. This isn't for me, by the way. I ended up getting it for my sister because she likes cats. And every time I go to this, she begs to have one of these plushies, so I ended up just getting it for her. Also, I want to preface something before y'all come for me. Yes, I got all of this, including my dog, with my own money. I did get one thing at Petco for my dogs, and it was these. I have been looking for some tie like this for such a long time, so yeah, I ended up just getting these. They're cute. Let's start with Homegoods. This is usually not the kind of sweater that I would find, but it was the only size that I could find, so I ended up getting 2. I'm not too sure who I'm going to be giving these to, but I figured that one of them will probably wear it. I then also got these sweatshirts. I got this miniature green hoodie that I think will look amazing on Fisher. I also just got this winter jacket because it is still really cold here, and I figure if I take the dogs on any outings that are outside, they'll appreciate this. But I'm still not sure who I'm going to give this to yet. Next is Dollar Tree. I got some gift bags because I wanted to wrap the dogs' presents up. And then none of my dogs actually have toys. They have one squishy green ball that's like their ball. But I wanted to actually get them some toys. This seems confusing because they are dogs, but don't worry, I will talk about this in the future, but for right now, yeah, they have a little play mouse. Then I got this ball that kind of looks like a tug, so I thought one of them would appreciate it. And then I got an actual tug. All 3 of these I'm going to talk about more in the future, but again, I just wanted to get them some toys and see if they would play with it, because they really don't have any. Before I forget, I did end up getting these socks from Daiso. Again, I know that they're chair socks, please don't come for me. I figured they would fit on the dogs as well. Lastly, we have the stuff from Five Below. I got them some toys still. I love this lamb chop. I think it's adorable and the perfect size. And then I also got these rubber dog toys as well. And then I got 2 new collars. I'm not sure who this is going to go on yet, but I know this one will go on the new dog. I think it's going to fit them perfectly. Maybe both of these will be for them. I don't know. And by the way, since I don't have all of my dogs here, they most likely are not going to get their gifts until after I get back home in January. But I'm still probably going to give these guys and Kobu their gifts at Christmas because, well, obviously. And since I forgot to bring their one and only toy that they had at the house, I figured I'd give the dogs their own early Christmas present. This was so much fun to film for you guys. I'm very proud of Loon and Laika today for doing so well in their training. But I'm also proud of myself for getting out of my shell more and being able to interact with my dogs in public without being ashamed. Again, I really want to apologize for filming this in the wrong video format. I totally didn't realize that I had to film it in 16:9 instead of 9:16. So again, in the next upload, I will definitely be more diligent about that. Something I hope to achieve in the future is to have full confidence to bring my ESSAs out in public and allow them to do what they are trained to do, which is comfort me. It's something I hope with filming more and planning these outings, I'll get much better at. Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed today's outing. I'm really looking forward to making longer content for you guys in the near future, and that's all. I will see you all soon. It's not a real dog. Oh no.